decades. We provide services, advocacy, and assistance for people with mental health challenges here in New York City. And more recently, we've developed services and programs across the country. We work with a number of different populations who have mental health challenges, and most recently veterans, because of the tremendous increase in awareness of needs that veterans have as they're returning from overseas and trying to transition back into their communities. And one of the keys to really achieving mental wellness is employment. And that's why tonight we're focusing on employment and those companies that are really making an effort to hire veterans, because we know how important it is for self-esteem, for really feeling good about yourself, and be able to get a paycheck, have friends, do things with your family, and really be successful as you come back into civilian life.
Well, you know, they've gone and they really have made this sacrifice on behalf of our country and the rest of us here. Serving in the military, often in difficult circumstances in the last decade. And really it is for the rest of society and Americans to do everything we can to have them come back and participate in American life and the American dream the way the rest of us have who didn't go off and serve in the military.
I have been working with MHA NYC to try to develop some stories for our newscast, not only Good Day New York, but also Fox 5 News, about veterans when they return home, what kind of services that they're able to get, and also, which is a little known topic, what happens to their spouses. It's often the wives and the girlfriends and the moms that need a lot of help too, that have just sort of been left to their own devices, and so that's how I was introduced to them, and I've been in contact with them about that.
The very beginning, when these wars began, there was the wounds, it was the injuries, it was the medical care that they needed, and that was fantastic from the military. But then they now to come back into this world and get to get the jobs and support their families, support themselves, and that is one that to bring them to a world that they want to be the leaders again, not on the soil of the battle zones, but actually here in the United States, and that's key.
They asked if I could come and be part of this, and I looked into the organization, and this is something that is near and dear to my heart. We have veterans every single day that experience issues. In those issues, there is no one silver bullet and there is no one magic pill. And through MHA, we are finding all of the things that assist those that need our help. And this is an easy group to jump on board with because they're looking out for those around me, those to the left and to the right, and those that led and followed.
As a society, I think we're improving. I think we still have a ways to go. Stigma is one of the greatest obstacles in being able to really achieve a fair and just society that gives people with mental health issues the same rights as other people have. I think, though, with many people coming out over the years talking about depression, talking about suicide, but living to be able to talk about taking one's life, talking about bipolar disorder. And if we can overcome some of the stigma, if we can make sure that they know where to go to get mental health services, which is a lot of what we do through our hotlines and crisis lines, then we think that we're making headway, but we do have a lot more to go.